Come on in, come on in, come on in. All geeks are welcome in this space. Let's learn together and seek his face. I'm Lem Philyaw, aka Bad Gamer Lee, your host for the Sound Maiden podcast, sponsored by lifepromotions.org. God, Games, and Geekery gives us an opportunity every month to chat about the crossroads of our passions and our faith. I can't wait to learn and discuss with you. Guys, welcome to the 48th episode of God, Games, and Geekery. Oh my goodness. I am so excited to be here with you. It's so awesome. Guys, I want to talk to you about our sponsor for this month. And it's probably been our sponsor for a while now because Quake is amazing. Quake is awesome. Quake is, you know what? I could explain everything that Quake is. But if you go to quakeevent.com, that's quakeevent.com, you are going to see everything that Quake is. January through March 2021 into 2022, youth weekends, guys, all over the US. Seriously. And virtual Quake, which we can see, you could be there from all over the world. Guys, go to quakeevent.com. That's quakeevent.com to get your info right now. You guys, we're going to have a G3 workshop at some of the Quakes too. So if you want to get involved, you can be there. You can come hang out with, I know Lucas is going to be at some of them. I know Mike is going to be some of them. I'm going to be there. Guys, let's go. So this month, what's been going on? Well, of course, I've been playing Fortnite. Now, the thing about Fortnite recently is they have been putting in some skins that I'm like, I kind of need those. And while I don't need them, I know it. I really want them because they make great pictures. They put in some custom character skins where you can change one of them. You can choose the wraps from the weapons and you can use that as a jacket on one. Then they put in another one where you can do your custom tie-dye sweatshirts. Oh man, it's been an experience now. They added in, I finally got my Superman skin. Not only did I get the regular Superman, but the Shadow Superman, I got that one too. Wonder Woman. Oh, Wonder Woman looks so good in this game, you guys. And she has this built-in emote where she clangs the bracelets. Oh, it's so cool. It's super cool. So, of course, I've been getting back into the gametography of it all. And of course, back in the gametography, I'll talk more about that in a second. But what have I been downloading and trying new stuff or retrying stuff? Avengers. I'm back into Avengers. They added Black Panther into the game, you guys. Black Panther is into the Avengers game, and he looks so cool. I'm not done with the story yet, but I'm really liking it. The new setting of Wakanda is gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then Ratchet and Clank. I'm almost done with Ratchet and Clank. I'm to the point of the year. I don't know if you guys get into this, but like the beginning of the year, I'm usually okay. You know, I've got some new games from the fall and the holiday season, and I'm taking my time with them. Kind of at the middle to end of the year, I just want to get through stories. I'm barely taking photos anymore. But I just want to get through it. I'm almost to the end of Ratchet and Clank. I started playing Watch Dogs Legion, which it's okay. It's okay. It's great for photos. Just some content I worry about. So there's that. What else has been going on? Gametography, in-game photography. I was in a gallery in the UK And I'm going to be part of a video panel that talks about game photography or in-game photography, virtual photography, with a group, same group that put on the gallery in the UK. So I'll be doing that. I started journaling using my photos. So I got 100 photos done, printed, and I'm putting them in this journal. And as I put them in there, I'm writing what they mean to me and what lessons I've learned from that. So I'm pretty excited for that. What comics am I reading? I've been back. I definitely have been back into reading comics. I have a subscription that I use for Marvel Unlimited, and I've been getting back into the What If comics because, of course, What If is on Disney Plus right now. So I got back into reading What Ifs from way back, reading some Agent X. So that came after like the first run of Deadpool. So reading Agent X. I picked up when I went to Lake Geneva in Wisconsin, and I found this tiny little comic store, and they had some stuff in the dollar bin, and I really haven't collected any physical comics since the early 2000s, so I caught up on a little bit just to have some new stories to read physically. But yeah, so it's been a lot of fun doing that. Again, I've been learning TikTok, and the last I checked, I think we were at 37. We were at 3788 last podcast, and right now we are at 4,015 friends on TikTok, on my personal TikTok. We're trying to grow the G3 one as well. So go follow us on TikTok, on Twitch, on Twitter. A big thing I've been doing on my personal one, I've been doing songs that don't belong on the banjo-lele, but here they are anyway. So that's been a lot of fun as well. But like I said, I really have been enjoying the What If stories on Disney Plus. If you haven't taken a look at them, go ahead, and if you've got access to Disney Plus, take a look. The first 3 episodes, at recording anyway, are out. Go check them out. They're absolutely fantastic. And then one thing that I asked myself is, what if we bring a new person into the stream team? And I want to introduce you to somebody. Our chat today is going to be with Bethany. So I would love to introduce to you Bethany Lenz. Okay, you guys, we are back. And as I promised, we are talking with the Miss Bethany Lenz. Now, if you don't know Bethany, you know what? You haven't been watching us on stream, because she is the person that got us back into Overwatch. She got us back. She joined us for Fortnite. She's been with us here at Life Promotions since early summer. Helped us with Life Fest and all kinds of things. She's going to be sticking around for a little bit. And I thought it would be a great idea to bring her on. What up, Bethany? How you doing?
I am doing really good. Thanks for having me with you today. Yeah, I'm excited to be here chatting with you.
Yo, so Bethany, why don't you tell us a little bit about your gaming experience, board games, and I know we play video games. We love video games.
Right.
Here.
Yeah. So
like, what are you playing?
Wouldn't call myself a gamer necessarily, but I do like games. I tend to be more of like what they would call like a chill or relaxed. I like things like Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley. I love all of like the Mario games. Like I've been playing Mario Party and Mario Kart since I was little. Like you said, I did get you back into Overwatch. I do love Overwatch. It's one of my favorites right now for sure. Since you convinced me to download it, I have been playing Fortnite more lately as well. Trying to chime in everywhere.
Killing it. Killing it,
Doing
guys.
my best.
She had, I don't remember if we put this post out there, but we had one of the funniest moments ever on our stream playing Fortnite with Bethany. It was me and Micah. We were both down. And we were like, just take no, it wasn't Micah. Was it Micah? Yeah, it was Micah. Yeah. Take the UFO and just go. And she got in, and it was about to explode. I was like, get out of the UFO. You've got to go check it out. It's a clips. A couple people clipped that on the YouTube channel. I mean, the Twitch channel. For
the record, that was my second match ever, maybe, I think. So really didn't know what I was doing.
But it was so good.
It was funny.
It was so good. Oh, man. Now, sometimes I think about, in instances like that. It's, well, what if I didn't tell her to get in the UFO? She could have just ran for it, found a car, and maybe we would have done, gotten farther along. Or what if I didn't even bother with the UFO because that's what got us all killed? Do you ever have those moments in gaming where you're like, what if?
Oh, absolutely. What if I chose a different character this round? What if? Tons of them all the time.
Oh, yeah. Because you play a healer mostly.
I do main healing, yeah. And I think there's a lot of difference in support, between which healers do what. And, a lot can vary in a match depending on which one you choose.
Like compare two healers for me.
Well, let's say Mercy versus Moira. Those are my two favorites. Mercy, you're just healing all the time, but Moira can do a lot more damage. Sometimes you can get all 5 gold medals with her. So it's really, seeing what the other team is. If there's a Reinhardt on the other team, sometimes having a Moira, it's just a little extra push you need to get rid of them.
Yeah. So there's times when I think about just my life, about what if, and then I realize God's got it. It doesn't matter what if I did what, because this isn't shocking to God, right? Whatever's going on in our lives is not shocking to God. Have you ever had an experience where you're like, well, what if I did this, but then you realize it doesn't matter?
Yeah, I think God can use any decision that we've made in our past, and he wants us to focus on our future. He will use whatever decisions we've made.
Exactly. Man, if you had to give advice to anyone that's consistently maybe not taking an action because of a what if, not necessarily following what they may even know is God's direction in their life, what kind of advice would you give?
Oh, I say jump into things. Don't fear the what ifs. The what ifs, there are good what ifs and there are bad what ifs. There are fun possibilities and there are scary ones, but really you got to take some chances and just jump into some things to trust God and trust that things will work out the way you want them to. Maybe they won't, and that's okay. I think life is about making mistakes and getting messy. I think personally we shouldn't focus on the what ifs that are negative. There are so many positive what ifs that we can focus on in life.
Absolutely. Wow. That's awesome. Bethany, thank you so much. And will you be joining us more and more on God Games and Geekery streams?
I would absolutely love to be around. Like I said, I've been playing more Fortnite because of y'all, and I'm hoping to continue that and maybe improve instead of, harm the team. Jump into burning spaceships and whatnot. Hopefully I can get away from those habits.
That's awesome. Thank you, Bethany.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, Bethany, thanks for hanging with us for just a second. I appreciate it. It's so much fun. Hey, you know what? I want to take a look at Jeremiah 29, verse 1 through you know what? Let's just say 15, 1 through 15. Now, there's a lot to unpack here, but let's just read through it. This is the text of the letter that the prophet Jeremiah sent to Jerusalem to the surviving elders among the exiles and to the priests, the prophets, and all other people Nebuchadnezzar had carried into exile from Jerusalem to Babylon. This was after King Jehoiakim and Queen Mother, the court officials and leaders of Judah and Jerusalem, the skilled workers and the artisans had gone into exile from Jerusalem. He entrusted the letter to Elisha, son of Shaphan, and to Jeremiah, son of Hilkiah, whom Zedekiah, king of Judah, sent to King Nebuchadnezzar in Babylon. It said, "This is what the Lord Almighty, the God of Israel, says to all those I carried into exile from Jerusalem to Babylon. Build houses and settle down, plant gardens and eat what they produce. Marry and have sons and daughters. Find wives for your sons and give your daughters in marriage, so that they too can have sons and daughters. Increase in number there, do not decrease. Also seek the peace and prosperity of the city to which I have carried you into exile. Pray to the Lord, for it, because of it prospers, you too will prosper. Yes, this is what the Lord Almighty, the God of Israel, says. Do not let the prophets and diviners among you deceive you. Do not listen to the dreams you encourage them to have. They are prophesying lies to you in my name. I have not sent them, declares the Lord. This is what the Lord says. When 70 years are completed for Babylon, I will come to you and fulfill my good promise to bring you back to this place. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. I will be found by you, declares the Lord, and will bring you back from captivity. I will gather you from all the nations and places where I have banished you, declares the Lord, and will bring you back to the place from which I carried you into exile. All right, so there's a little bit to unpack there, you guys, but let's get to the gist of it real quick here. God's people were like scattered, right? And this letter went to the group that was hanging out in Babylon, living in Babylon after being captured. And God allowed that to happen. So imagine this, all right? Imagine you were taken to live in a place where you don't know the language, the culture, the people, any of that. And then the leader of your community sends a letter, sends an email out to everybody that's there and says, hey, I know this sucks, but stay there. Live there. Have grandkids there. Now, I don't know about you, but I might have some what ifs, right? Even though he says this is what God is saying, I might have some what ifs. Like, what if the political climate changes and now I'm the bad guy for living here? That's, what if the weather isn't what I'm used to? These are things that not only do we see in this instance, but this happens to us too. We can see this in our own lives. A lot of us have just gone back to school. Some of us are starting new jobs. Maybe you just went to a new church because you moved. We even see this in new games. We start asking ourselves, what if this? What if that? But we need to remember, guys, it's not our plan, right? It's not our plan. It's God's plan. And he's totally ahead of our what ifs. So don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about a thing. All right. Guys, it's okay to have those what ifs. But remember, Jesus has got it. He knows the answers to those what ifs. So if you are asking that question, What if this? What if that? Don't ask yourself. Don't ask your neighbor. You ask Jesus, what if? Guys, thanks for being here with us today. I appreciate you guys just taking some time every month to hang out with us. You can hang out with us on Twitter as well, God Games Geekery, on TikTok as God Games Geekery, Instagram as God Games Geekery, and we actually will show up in some Facebook Lives with the Quake team. And you can also find us on Twitch. Join us on Twitch at God Games and Geekery on Twitch. So check that out every Thursday, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Come on in, come on in, come on in. You can also reach me at badgamer@lifepromotions.org. That's badgamer@lifepromotions.org. And if you have the capability to do it, if it can happen, why don't you do a review? Rate us and write a review. Let us know what you think. How can we make it better? What should we continue to keep doing? Oh my goodness. We're at the end again. But I want you to remember, you are geeky. You are loved.